Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Donnie Avery made some noise in his rookie season back in 2008 as he made big plays and helped the Rams when they had their little stretch run there when Jim Haslett took the team over. They were winning games and he was making some big plays to help them win games. Last season, it was a big disappointment for not just the St. Louis Rams, but Donnie Avery as well. He had consistent little injury problems. He also had a situation that was quite embarrassing. I believe it was against the Minnesota Vikings as they were down, I don't know, I want to say 80-0. And maybe, it wasn't that much, but my point is 80-0. And they finally get a touchdown, and Donnie Avery starts doing a dance in the end zone. It's like, your team's down by a mile. What are you dancing for? What are you doing? Well, anyway, he got ripped for that in the press locally, and he ended up changing his attitude after that. He did play like a different player, had a different attitude, new commitment to the game. This was good to see from a guy that really is their number one receiver right now, and he needs to carry himself and conduct himself. The best players they have need to do that, like Steven Jackson. They need to follow his lead and be a leader on this team. So with Avery, I was encouraged to see him kind of change his attitude, but he does still need to stay healthy. I know he's changed his eating habits. He's bulked up with some muscle this offseason, so maybe that's going to help him as he's rolling into his third season in the league now. He's going to have A.J. Feely as his starting quarterback to begin the season, but at some point we do heavily expect, obviously, Sam Bradford to get in there, maybe after the first month or so they're talking. So with Avery, it's really just going to come down to, I would think, Feely, how is he playing? But then again, how is Sam Bradford able to play once he gets onto the field? Can he at least move this team down the field, making receptions and catches? And that's really going to make a big difference for Avery. Or is this team going to look so lost like they did a year ago that Avery's just not even worth having on your team? To me, I think it really just comes down to how is this offensive line going to play. They have potential there to be a decent little group, but they definitely played under their ability last season. That's the reason why a guy like Alex Barron is gone to the Cowboys now, and they need to get some of these guys. What is it, Jason Smith, their top pick last year. They had a center they picked up, nice guy that was from the Baltimore Ravens, some other guys in there in the mix. They've got to get these guys playing on a good, solid, consistent basis. It has to happen. If it doesn't, then Donnie Avery's just not going to be worth having on your team. But if they can get that done, and we do see a good response here, then this is a guy that can be worth having on your team, can make for a decent little bye-week fill-in. But at this point in time, it's really up to you. If you feel like you just want to draft him at your draft because he is a number one guy, some people, they're big on, hey, he's a number one receiver on a team, and I just rank that out as being better than some other guys' 2 or 3 guy. So if that's your game and that's your angle, then definitely go out and get yourself Donnie Avery. He won't be drafted, I don't expect, in every single league out there. So he will be on waiver wire, so keep your eye on him. But again, we need to see the Rams get out there. Their offensive line has to be more productive. It is essential. So keep your eye on that. And that's really the story for the Rams passing game. He's really, right now, I know Laurent Robinson's out there, but really Avery is the only fantasy relevant guy at this point in time.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football.